What's up? I'm back. I'm gonna do a little kind of walk around and details on my truck. It's a 2017 Toyota Tacoma. Yes, it's two-wheel drive. It's two-wheel drive. I wanted a four-wheel drive, but I knew I'd get myself into trouble with a four-wheel drive, and it was cheaper to go two-wheel drive, so I kind of just went with that. Cheaper on insurance, cheaper to work on. We'll start up front. I got pods for my fog lights, which this truck did not come with fog lights, so I had to wire them directly in with the light bars to get them to work all off of one switch. They're just little eBay pods, nothing special. They come with the pod, the mount bracket, and the little plate right here. Because this truck, when I bought it, had just little filler plastic pieces instead of the fog lights. It just had the cap that gone over it. Then the little hideaway light bar right here, single row. It was also another eBay purchase, but it is by far one of the brightest single row. I think it's a 30-inch LED light bar. Not brand specific, it's just a China made light bar. The only problem I had with the mounting brackets that it came with is the screws and everything it came with. The light bar, actually, it didn't come with spacers or anything. It come with short screws, so I had to use screws from a previous light bar I had, and can't really tell, but there's a bicycle lug nut in there that I use for a spacer because that's all I can find. And I've got my grill mount light bar. I believe I got it off of, no, I got this one off of TacomaBeast.com. The mountain brackets and all I got off the Tacoma Beast, and then the light bar you can just choose wherever you want, so I just chose the cheapest one. It's also got the floods on the side and then the directional in the middle. That actually mounted up very well. The brackets are really good quality. They just mount in to the end of the frame and come up. But I wasn't gonna put anything in the grill, but the grill that I bought was Amazon. I got it off of Amazon when I first bought the truck. I like the way it looks when you look at it from the side, but if you look at it straight on, you can't tell on camera, but you can see like the radiator and everything that's in there when you're in person. So I didn't really like that, so I wanted to put a light bar in there to kind of disturb the view and take your focus off of what was behind the grill and kind of put it on the light bar to kind of distract folks' eyes from all the ugliness behind it. I'd like to get a different grill later on down the road, eventually maybe, but I'm gonna stick with the one I got for right now. And then the headlights, I was gonna get them off the Tacoma Beast, but I found these on Amazon. I love Amazon. I can get 2-day shipping on it, so I like to rush things and get them as quick as possible. But they're the KHC Tacoma headlights with the sequential turn signal, and then it's supposed to have a white LED strip that goes all the way around and stops right here. My truck didn't come with the factory harness that this needed to plug in for the white LED to work, so either I'm gonna have to hardwire it into my running lights that run off the side, or figure something out. The harnesses for this thing, just to get the light to work, is $220. I bought them and I was like, nah, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna take these back, because I was gonna fuse tap them and just have them tapped in to the fuse box and let them run off of that, but I didn't want to go through all that mess. If I could just hardwire them from where they come out to into the running lights and let them be that way. I still haven't done it. I've been kind of lazy, so one day I'll get there. My wheels, a little dirty right now. They are the XFs. They're 20 by 10. I was gonna get 20 by 12s, but I didn't really see a sense in it when I could still do a 1250 tire and have a little more sidewall to protect my rims in case I'm ever doing any curb hopping like I did right here. Give them a reason not to be curved, so I went ahead and opted for the 33 1250 20s. The rolling big power, and then they're the Repulsor MTs. They're not a great actual off-road mud tire. I have used them, but they do look good on the Tacomas. I love the way they look on the Tacomas, so I went with those tires, and they ride a lot smoother than the previous MTs I had. They did a lot better off-road than these did. They were a little bit taller, and yes, they do scrub very bad. Well, at least they did when I first put them on. Then I put a 3-inch spacer up front. I did that myself right here, I had to take this whole assembly apart and get the shock out, put the spacer in. It was a pain in the butt. It only adds up to be like 1.25 inches, but once you add the top shock and the shock bowl right here, it equals out to 3 inches in the front, because these things kind of sit a little low in the front from factory. And it's actually, believe it or not, something I think maybe 1 inch higher in the rear, because this is supposed to be a lift and level. I have yet to put the rear lift on. I put the front on and it killed all the scrubbing. It does scrub lightly right here every once in a blue moon. If I cut them full lock and then kind of like back over a bump or something, it'll kind of catch them. But other than that, they don't really scrub at all. It has plenty of power to do what I need. It pulls my 4-wheeler, pulls 2 4-wheelers and all my junk. I only drive it on the weekends because I work out of town during the week, so it sits at home and collects dust and acts as a yard ornament. Tail lights got off the Tacoma Beast. They're the same lights that are on the Tacoma Beast, but I ordered them off of Amazon. I like the way they look. I like the all LED. Only thing that's not LED anymore is the reverse light, which I do plan to do. All my bulbs in this truck are halogen. I cannot stand it. I don't like halogen. The headlights, the bulbs that they sent with the things they're terrible. They suck at night. You almost can't even see, and that's even with brights on. So I gotta do something about my bulbs. And then I've got the Rough Country flush mount pods back here in the back. You can't really see through the cameras on these things that well at night. And I got my windows tinted 5% in the rear and I think 10 or 15 in the front. So unless you got your windows rolled down, you really can't see crap out the mirrors. So I put 2 pods back here for when I'm backing up at night in my yard, going to hook up to the trailer to load the 4-wheeler or whatever else up. Then I got these, they're metal stickers that go in the Tacoma. They're like 20 bucks. You couldn't really see the Tacoma word in the tailgate that well, and I figured since everything else was gonna be black, I just ordered some metal black Tacoma letters to put in there. Got my D-Max Rhino sticker. The work for it. It's Gone Wild sticker from last weekend. Got it put on. And I think that's about it for the outside. To do the interior, let's take the keys out of this thing. It's obnoxious beeping to quit. Oh, that's the one switch I got right here for the rears, the pods. That's my one switch, and then this switch right here runs both my pods up front and the 2 light bars. Pretty simple. I just kind of wired them all together. And then, you know, as everybody else, I've got the dumb little floor lights. I don't really know why I bought them. I guess I was just trying to be cool like everybody else, but I never use them. I really don't care for them. They're kind of just obnoxious, especially when you're driving. They kind of make you want to have a seizure. So unless you have it on a single light, but what fun is that? Pedal commander. This thing I didn't like. The only problem that the Toyota Tacomas had on the 3rd gens was their transmission shift patterns, and that was the only recall these trucks have had. It was really bad on the 2016s, and the 2017s kind of had a problem with it. The shifting of the transmission and the computer acting together didn't act right. Mine, it was all right, but it kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of hesitated to jump and hesitated to get in gear. So I went ahead and ordered the pedal commander. It's Bluetooth. It's got the eco mode, city, sport, and sport plus, and then each mode itself has 8 different settings within it. You can either detune it 4 degrees or you can up tune it 4 degrees. That thing has actually worked really good. I don't even have to use the power mode for when I'm towing the trailer. I can just put it in sport plus and knock it all the way up and it'll go on with its business like I want to. And then this is my little lovely Amazon speedometer, because mine is off because of the 33s. So I bought this on Amazon after I got a ticket for speeding, when I didn't realize that my speedometer was off like a retard. So I went ahead and ordered that. It's kind of temporary until I finally quit being lazy and go get my speedometer retuned. I don't really feel like doing that, and this is working just fine. It plugs into it's just USB, plugs into the little cigarette lighter, whatever you got. like I said, it's base model, so all I've got is the radio controls. It was Bluetooth. They all come Bluetooth. It's got the call, and then the channel changer and the volume up and down, and then the push to talk button. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, okay. I got an Alpine double-in touchscreen radio. We're gonna have to bear with the beeping noise for a second. I absolutely love this radio. It was well worth the money that I spent on it. I didn't like the stock one because the screen was crappy resolution, and it was just junk all around. I didn't really like it, the layout and all that, and this one's way better. Can't really see it. I got the brightness turned all the way down. But this is, it just has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the camera on this thing is a lot, or I should say the resolution on the screen is a lot better than the stock, so it makes the camera a whole heap of better. And it does have, let's see, you click on camera, you can run it anytime you want. You go to setup camera, and then you can actually put in a front camera on this thing, side right and side left and other. You can put like 6 cameras on this thing. So I may end up getting a front camera for this thing, because being that it's a little bit higher in the front than the rear, it looks like you're sitting looking at the sky sometimes. So when I do some, you know, ballsy off-roading that I never do, I can have a camera to click on the front, or when I'm trying to get as close as I can to other people, I can just click that front camera on and use it. Yeah, this is like the most asked question when people see the interior on my truck. My paint here, this whole thing just pops off, and then you can take it off, mask it off, paint it. And then I got the idea, I like to say that it was my idea, but it really wasn't. I got it from Johnny Huey on Instagram. His Duramax, his dash is done like this, except for it's white with blue speckles, because that's the thing that it's struck. So I kind of popped this off, masked it off, spray painted it white, and then just took some black spray paint in my hand and just kind of slung it on it to give it that splatter look. It turned out a lot better than I expected. I didn't have any overspray except for on this side, like right in here. I tried to sand out as much as I could of it without making it noticeable on the finish of it, which I got most of it off. I've had ideas of popping all this off now that I know how to, and just painting like the silky part or the smooth part of this, painting it white and doing black splatters. But it's just kind of a pain in the butt to mask everything off, and I thought about doing the door hinges, but I didn't want to get too carried away with it. I like the simplicity of the dash being done. And then I ordered, well, actually I got these for my birthday, the Tacoma letters. They actually come chrome, which I don't know why they would do that. They had all the different colors on Amazon, but didn't give you an option to change the colors on them. So we just ordered them, and I got them home and spray painted them white. Just as I did that, WeatherTechs to match the seats. Oh, look at here, what do we have here? Nice refreshment. Gotta keep one of those on you. And the rear, absolutely nothing special to look at. Let me, just a basic Tacoma back here. I have a kicker amp, 600 watt, that runs to 2 10-inch JL audios. I didn't do all the wiring on this truck. I'm a little funny about this truck. All my previous vehicles I did all my work on. My old F-150 I had and my Audi I had. I did all the wiring and sub work on those, but this is kind of my baby, so I like to take it to somebody professional and let them work on it when things come to like that. Napkins, they're a necessity. Always gotta have those. These trucks come, wow, stupid. These trucks come with the bins, you know, you got to keep the necessities of changing clothes, socks, batteries, hat, hanger. You never know what you're going to need that kind of stuff for. Always important to keep those. And then, let's see, the big bin over here. I don't think I have anything special on here. Another hanger. Yep, that's for the pants. Kind of need a vacuum out of there. I kind of skipped that part today. Then, let's see. Gutted the whole back to be able to fit the 210s in here, because they also had the storage boxes like under the seat. They had them back here, so we gutted the whole rear, took the storage boxes out, because it would have been something like ridiculous to get 210s back here in the storage boxes, because they had custom built boxes and everything to fit them in there. And the Tacomas, they make a sound system that replaces all the door speakers and the subs and everything for like $1,600, something ridiculous. And you don't have to gut the boxes. You can just, it's like a form fit box that goes right in the storage boxes. But it was kind of ridiculous. I got a good deal on these JL Audios. They're 10-inch shallow dish. I've thought about doing away with them, and I don't ever really have anybody that rides in here with me. I thought about putting a P2 12 Rockford Fosgate in here, because those are just 300 watt max subs. So, but I mean, they hit really hard. They really perked up after I put the radio in there. Got the Star and Gazy Night little thing here. It's unplugged because I never use it and I don't really care for it. Also, just bought that also just to be cool, you know. Everybody wants to be cool. I'm just kidding, not really. Yeah, I think that about sums it up. I do plan on doing away with these seats. I don't like the cloth seats, and the Tacoma is the only freaking model you can get leather seats in is the limited model, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. I wish you could option it out, which of course I didn't buy this truck brand new. I bought it with, I believe, 16,000 miles on it, and I've got 31,000 miles on it. So I've had it, next month will be a year, November will be a year since I've had this truck. I was tired of fooling my car, and I needed a truck to haul stuff around and just do whatever I wanted. But I want to get cat skin seat covers, which will be reupholstered. This will be taken off, and then there'll be a full leather seat. I've thought about trying to find a limited and just take the seats out of it and put in this, because then I could actually option in heated seats, which would be nice for the winter. Not that I'm ever home to use them, but it'd still be nice and a lot easier to clean. You don't have to shampoo the crap out of them to get stains from dirt and mud out, which is what I'm seeming to have a big problem with, because all I ever do in this truck is go ride. So I have a problem with, can't really tell, but like it's just like dirt from trying to put a towel down and get in here. It's kind of aggravating. So I want to do something a little different. I need to get some seat covers. I've been looking for seat covers, but they don't really make any cool seat covers for this truck unless you just go full out and reupholster them. So I'm gonna do something about it. Oh yeah, and I've got aftermarket door speakers. They're Rockford Fosgate 3-ways, I believe. I do plan on going all LED with all the lighting here. It's all still the little halogen bulbs. I'd like to do all LED. I've got a clip on my phone I can add in to let you see how it really taps on. Video's long enough. I don't really care to make really long videos, so I'm gonna cut this off right here. I am going to Durham next weekend, so look forward to that video. All right, y'all. See y'all in the next one. Make sure you, wait. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like. To the 50 viewers that have been watching me. Appreciate it. See y'all.